How you doing, folks? This is Ron. Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. I think we got to go in here today for you. From Bentwater Brewery up there in Lynn, Massachusetts. Hold on a second while I take a swig of this. The old Gatorade. Thirsty right now. That and water, when you're thirsty, can't be beat. Okay, let me give you some information on this brewery up in Lynn, Massachusetts. Bentwater Brewing Company, located at 180 Commercial Street in Lynn, Massachusetts. Lynn is on the coast north of Boston, about 5 towns away, probably, towns and cities away. But it's on the coast north of Boston, like I say. Let's see what else we got. The location for all you folks that live in Massachusetts or eastern Massachusetts, or close to Lynn, it's located on the old Lynn lumber yard. They had a lumber yard in Woburn, like a lot of towns have had lumber yards. Arlington Lumber and Coal, Lexington Lumber, Burlington Lumber. They all had their own lumber yards. But anyways, this is located on the old land that was a Lynn lumber yard. Let's see. They do distribute this beer, believe it or not. It's all along the East Coast, always down to Florida. I don't know how far west from those states, but they do have their own distribution, their own canning, and it does get down to Florida. I do have the phone number, and it'll be up here, 781-780-9948, and it'll be up here. I'm dying to try this brew because I've been hearing about it. This was actually a gift from my in-laws. Excuse me, this and a couple of other brews, and I do have some nice whiskey down here that they'd given me, and some of that peanut butter. I get Screwball peanut butter whiskey, and this is what I have here for a treat. I'm really getting to enjoy these a lot. I remember seeing them for years, pork rinds, and never knew what the heck it was. They go good with beer, that's for sure. As you can see, they're crispy. All right, back to the brew. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, this is Bentwater's equivalent exchange. On the equivalent exchange, they're talking about a number of two things, really. They take water, and they bent it into an enjoyable drink called beer. And in that sentence, they also, the equivalent exchange is putting in the malt, which makes that mash and everything else sweet. But now you put the hops in, and it balances out. The hops are going to make it a certain amount of bitterness, or hoppiness, or fruitiness. But they've done that with this equivalent exchange. I got a can date on this here. September 9, 2020. October, November. 4 months old. That's still good, but fresh as far as I'm concerned. And that limit there of 4 months. Okay, let's see. Well, enough talking. I go on these tangents about Lynn and the brews. All right, we got a mug. Got a nice one here. Let's crack this open and see what this is like. Can your water vapors come out? Yes, no, maybe. Looking good. Actually, given the look, like it's West Coast IPA, that color of it, doesn't it? It's got a thumb. I say the size of a thumb, the head on it. Nice looking brew. Something that if you went to a tavern and ordered a a beer and this is what you get. Wow, that was a nice pour. And sure, it looks good. Well, anyway, here's what the color looks like. You can see. Surely does look good. Sweetness, malty sweetness. Followed by some citrus. I think that's lemony. The citrus blends in. You get, to me, two types of citrus. That kind of floral sweetness of, maybe that's in the flavor that I'm confusing with. And the other is like a lemony tangerine. Not orange, but lemony. Away from an orange. Definitely a fine smelling brew, for sure. I'm picking up on sweetness. And I get mango, but also slash peach, kind of. I know what mango smell like, and this is kind of like it, but more like a peach. Oh, enough sniffing around. Bottoms up. Citrusy. And that mango, that sweet mango. There is a bit of bitterness in this. And let me give you the hops that are in this, because it has some good hops. The hops that are in this here are Mosaic, Centennial, and Idaho 7. And I'm picking up on that flavor, on the bitterness. Idaho 7 came about in 2015. They were developed by a company called Jackson Hop Farm, or I should say a farm. But when you have a farm and you start developing hops, it's kind of on the scientific side of things, which kind of delves, not too much scientific, but you would need some science knowledge of producing a hop, blending it from 1, 2, or 3, or 4 hops, and you're coming up with something called an Idaho 7. And that was in Wilder, Idaho, in 2015. It came on the market. So that's nice. And it does give out bitterness on this, that hop. And also a citrusy lemon flavor, that is what they're saying. Let's see. It produces, yes, it produces on the aroma, because it has a high alpha acid in this, and it'll be a lot of aroma on the high alpha acid hops. And I hope I'm not confusing things too much here by talking about that. But it will give off bitterness, the tropical fruitiness, and a bit of piney. I'm not picking up any pine. Pine is like, I usually get it as an aroma. But it does have that the bitterness in this brew. So this definitely isn't a true New England style juice bomb or New England juice bomb. Definitely not that. And it's a little bit away from being an East Coast IPA. Not too much, but I would just say this is a double IPA on its own. Not West Coast, but it's really astringent of the West Coast hoppiness there, and this isn't really goes under the we call ourselves, we enjoy the East Coast IPAs, call them sometimes not just the juice bomb, but an East Coast style IPA. It has a good flavor. The mouthfeel is smooth. Very smooth. It also has a quality of blending that sweetness with the bitterness. And it really interacts really good. Like they said, equivalent exchange. It is really blended well, so you do not take a mouthful and say, "Oh, this is really bitter." or you don't, or you take a mouthful and say, this is really too sweet, or sweetness. This is definitely far from being cloyingly sweet. Very drinkable. The flavor is really good. It would give the effect of wanting to have more. I will get this again if I have the opportunity. This was gifted to me as a Christmas present in a nice basket with other brews and other from Bentwater, my in-laws. And I do enjoy, I've had Bentwater brews before. I do enjoy them. They're up in, like I say, Lynn, Massachusetts. This is 8% alcohol by volume. I don't know if I said that already. I may have earlier. Would I get this again? Definitely, yeah. I do enjoy the flavor of it. Very flavorful. You can see what it looks like. You're seeing what my taste buds are tasting. You should try it. It's along the East Coast. I don't think you can get too far west, unfortunately. So with that said, I'll end this here. I'll sit down, finish this up, have some more of these here. Enjoy it. I'm down here in the man cave. I didn't shave today, but I did shave off my beard the other day. So this is the Ron Grovers that you're probably not used to seeing. You know, I see with my beard through most of last year and Christmas time especially and New Year's, but this is me with without the beard. So, with that said, folks, enjoy the day. The virus is still around. The vaccine is doing well. The little bit that I've heard about it, excuse me, my kids are in professions that they had to get the vaccine, and they seem to be healthy, and you know, they had the usual aches and pains that night. Which, when I mean aches and pains, is the fevers and the arm hurt a little bit, and that's their immune system kicking in. So, but it's coming. It's getting close to being right along the board for everybody. But I would get the shot. But first look into it. You know, if you want to feel comfortable after you get the shot of saying, I hope this doesn't do this, hope it doesn't do that, hope my arm doesn't fall off, or something tragically, you know, because through history, some things have happened. They put it on the market too soon, and there was consequences, bad consequences. But hopefully this will be good. I think from what I've been hearing, it's good, and it will at least get rid of this virus. I don't know why China would do something like this. Who the hell knows why? But let's get rid of it throughout the world. All right, folks, with that said, enjoy the day. Ciao.